Hello, YouTube. I am back. Welcome to my live. I am Queen Lillie. Yes, welcome to my live. I am back. Again, I am Queen Lillie. We will be talking about Donald Trump. We're going to talk about Donald Trump and his partner in crime, Mike Johnson, and how they're trying to stop the 218 vote for the Epstein files. Yeah. There will be more discussion on protecting the predators. I'm going to go back to where I stopped at earlier because my live just went out for some reason. I don't know what caused it to go out, but it went out. When you come in, please hit that like button. Hitting the like button is free. It costs you absolutely nothing to hit that like button. And if you'd like to donate to my channel, you can send me super chats and super stickers. Yes, super chats and super stickers. That is your way to donate to my channel and show me that you appreciate the hard work that I'm putting in for you all. Also, in my description is my Venmo. Yes, my Venmo is in my description and my PayPal link is in my description. So if you want to donate to my channel, you have Venmo, send me something through Venmo. You want to donate to my channel, you got PayPal, you can send me something through PayPal. Again, you can send me super chats and super stickers. Show me that you appreciate me. Thank you. Hello, King LaSwan. Hello, King Rudy. How are you? Hello, hola. So, I have memberships. You can get two different types of memberships. There's a Ruby membership and the Diamond membership. The Ruby membership is $4.99 and the Diamond membership is $9.99. The members get things that the viewers and the subscribers will not get. So check it out. But we're going to be going on and getting started, okay? Because earlier my live shut down, so I decided to come back. I come back because I love y'all. We go together real bad, and you know it. I love y'all, and y'all know it. Y'all can't live without me. I can never live without you. So we're going to go ahead, because, this party, the MAGA Republican Party is a party that wants all the brown and black people out of there, out of this country. Hold on, okay? But we're going to be discussing Mike Johnson, who rocked the mic, right? Yeah. Hello, King Rudy. Tucker and Candace okay. Okay, they've been telling the truth lately. They definitely telling the truth. You came to the right place, baby. You came to the right place.
Trump is thinking about pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's partner in crime.
The Supreme Court made its decision. Ghislaine Maxwell will spend the next 20 years in prison for her despicable crimes.
And now she's seeking a presidential pardon for staying silent? That's unacceptable.
Hit the like button.
It is no secret that Donald Trump wants to stay on her good side. Just a few days ago in the Oval Office, he said he would take a look at giving her a pardon.
Just a few weeks earlier, Trump sent his personal lawyer to meet with Maxwell. Then, out of nowhere, she was sent to a lower security prison.
Why is Ghislaine Maxwell getting special treatment? What exactly has she been promised?
We know she has information she has still not shared with the public, and we need to hear it.
Too many of Maxwell and Epstein's criminal associates still remain nameless.
This is about accountability and justice and making sure that the people responsible for these heinous crimes don't get away with it.
We need to hear from Ghislaine Maxwell right now in order to stop Trump's cover-up.
It's time to release the files, and oversight Dems are not slowing down.
Mr. President, for the Epstein time, no pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell. Release the Epstein files.
Release the Epstein files. That's what we want. And that comes from the oversight Dems. Release the Epstein files. The American people, we deserve the truth. We deserve transparency and the truth. But the MAGA Republican Party, they are not going to give that to us. We must take it. We take our respect. We have earned it and they don't want to give it to us, so we take it. What we do, chat, we take it. One moment, please. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hello, King Joe Martin. Hello. Hello, keep skating. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hello, Slum Dog Millionaire. What's good? You a millionaire. All right, all right, all right. All right. That was not an AI video, honey. So we're going to listen to my girl Christina talks right quick because she's going to give it to you real good, but with no Vaseline. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh.
Well, well, well. So here I am, baby, thinking that creepy peepy Mike Johnson, old Slappy, who sure does love making his orange pappy happy, was only interested in protecting predators up there on the hill for his orange friend. But apparently he's been protecting them for quite some time, even within his own state, baby. You see, we are learning today about an ice processing facility in South Louisiana. Basile, I believe, is where it's at, baby. And you see, creepy peepy, when it comes to me, I pour the entirety of the tea, and I don't really care if it has to do with the orange dude up there or Republican in any kind of way. I'm gonna pour the fucking tea. Allegations have been made at that facility that the assistant warden and some of the other officers there have been forcing the detainees to do hard labor and also drop to their knees, as in sexually assaulting them.
Yep.
Forcing them to perform oral on them. And you know, creepy peepy lives in a transparent closet like the most of the GOP. I think I should point out about this story that it's a specific type of detainee that seems to be being abused lately. Those that identify possibly as being transgender or gay or bisexual or non-binary, dear. Those are the ones that are being abused there. And it's been going on since 2023.
Dear God.
People have been alleging that they were being abused in that facility since 2023. And here lately, the abuse has escalated in a major way. Nobody informed you, creepy peepy, that this was going on in your state?
They told him, but he's like
that. Or were
that.
you informed? Maybe one day it didn't come across your desk. Too. Or maybe it came across your desk. Cosplay Christie up there at the Department of Homeland Security.
Those people are sick.
But I guess it's okay, right? Because y'all don't consider these people to be Americans, so you can just abuse them. But either way, creepy peepy, it looks like you're starting to have a pattern and a history of protecting predators. Why would a holy man go out of his way to shut down the entirety of a government to protect a predator, dear? Because we all know that's what you're doing up there, creepy peepy. That's why the House is not in session today. Because you're trying to protect a predator. Multiple predators and pedos, dear. Seems to me somebody that would go that hard out of their way to protect a predator today just might be a predator too.
Yeah.
That's the only excuse I can find. There isn't any other excuse other than you must be a predator too, creepy peepy. Because you're bending over backwards to protect them, aren't you? Well.
Mike Johnson been bending over a long time, y'all. Because, you know, he rocked the mic, right? Grinder. And he love eggplant, y'all. He love eggplant. But I'm going to tell you something. I got a problem with what they're doing to my black and brown people in those camps. This is supposed to be the land of the free. So they taking it back to bucking like they did the black slaves. That's what's going on. Yeah, that's what's going on. Sad, but it's true. God cover our people. God cover all the brown and black people. Cover them, Lord. And if they was to slice their throat, nobody should say anything about it. Because that's what the slaves did back in the old days when the master would take advantage of them. When they got a chance, baby. They made him feel real good, feel something go across that neck real quick, and ketchup ran right out. Yeah. Okay. So this is about old dirty boy Trump. He said he may launch missiles from warships into California this Friday and Saturday as part of what is being described as a vanity parade. It shut down portions of the 1 to 5 during the No King protest. That's mental illness. That's not dementia. Donald Trump is mentally ill to make this statement, in my opinion. I'm going to read it to y'all again, what Donnie Boy said, and I'm going to show you it again. But let me show you again, then I'm going to read it to you. This is what the President of the United States in 2025 said. Donnie Boy, the Orange Funk Box, said, breaking, exclusive, Trump may launch missiles from warships into California this Friday and Saturday as part of what has been described as a vanity parade. He don't like the No Kings parade, but he gonna get it. And shut down portions of the I-5 during the No Kings protest. See, he's the enemy within. I've been trying to tell you. Donald J. Trump is the enemy within. Okay, let me get back on track. I got a little pissed off, y'all. What y'all saying in the chat? I don't know what Alan talking about. The No King thing is stupid. No, it's not stupid. It's not stupid, baby. It's trying to take our country back. Because Donald Trump is not a king. He's a big, fat Michelin blimp with no brain. He's a pumpkin head. One moment, please.
Oh boy. Tom Homan, who is our border czar, and truly talks like he has rocks in his mouth. He mumbles in a way that I can't fully explain. Was on News Nation yesterday and asked about the $50,000 bribe that he says he didn't take, but the FBI says there's an actual video of him taking. And this is now completely in contradiction to what he has said previously. And I have Pam Bondi kind of stirring the whole thing up and making it even worse for him by what she said previously. But before we get to that, if you could please hit like in this video and subscribe. We are so close to almost 1 million subscribers. I think we're like 9,000 away at the time.
Subscribe to Keith Edwards on YouTube, please. Keith Edwards, fair use.
Now let's get to this. Now, if you don't know, last month MSNBC reported that Homan took cash in the lead up to the 2024 election in exchange for facilitating immigration contracts in a future Trump administration. Internal FBI documents explicitly said Homan had taken the money during the sting operation, which was recorded on tape. Sources told MSNBC that the FBI and DOJ were ready to move forward with the investigation until Homan took over as border czar and could make good on his promise. Because that's kind of what you need for a bribe. You need two things. You need one, you need someone to take the money, and then two, they got to actually do the thing. But after Trump took office, though, FBI Director Kash Patel requested an update on the case, which was then closed by an unnamed Trump appointee. So that's where we are, okay? Now, when asked about this previously, here's what Tom Homan had to say.
I'm sorry. Look, I did nothing criminal. I did nothing illegal. And this hit piece after hit piece after hit piece. And I'm glad the FBI and DOJ came out and said. And, you know.
He remind me of the heel have eyes, or these eyes have heels, whatever that movie is.
4 years enforcing them all.
The heels have eyes. Those people.
No criminal act.
I cannot get over how he talks. And did you notice how Tom Homan said
he rode the slow bus?
He didn't deny it. He just said, I did nothing illegal. Maybe technically true. He didn't deny taking the money, which, by the way, is on camera. That video exists somewhere. If you have access to that video, you can email it to me at keithsdebateclub@gmail.com, and I would very happily post it on your behalf, and you would remain anonymous, and I would never tell a soul how I got it. Okay? Now, Pam Bondi has been asked about this too, and here's what she had to say, which, by the way, does not clear Tom Homan of anything. This is so interesting how, like, they'll lie about anything, but with this, they won't. Because I bet you why? Because they know the video exists.
Senator Schiff, as I stated earlier, I was not in office. I was not confirmed when that was handled.
So does that
Deputy Attorney General Blanche and Director Patel said that there was no evidence that Tom Homan committed a crime. Yet now you're putting his picture up to slander him.
No, I'm putting
Y'all know what? I can't listen to that BS. He did it. Pam Bondi, you disgust me. And you're not low IQ like Donald Trump. No, you're not. But you disgust me because you know better. Stop the crap. Your degrees are looking real flaky right now. Your IQ is starting to look like Donald Trump's IQ, and he has the brain of a bag of rocks. Stop it. I can't listen to no more of it, y'all. I love y'all, but I can't do it to my brain cells are important to me. One moment. We're going to go back to where we stopped at earlier because it was getting real good, baby. It was getting so good. Ooh, I was thinking about an eggplant. It was that good, y'all. One moment, beautiful kings and queens. I know I left off, and we're going back there. The devil's a lie. He tried to stop me early because it was getting real good. Uh-oh, I got it on mute. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Article 2, Section 4 of the U.S. Constitution.
Okay.
It's short.
Hold on, I'm going to start. Hold on.
Did you know the Constitution already tells us exactly how to remove a corrupt president from power? Article 2, Section 4 of the U.S. Constitution. It's short, but it's one of the most powerful sentences in American history. It says that the President, Vice President, and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. That's it. That's the rule book. This is the legal foundation for impeachment, the only constitutional way to hold leaders accountable when they abuse power or betray public trust. Now, here's the part people forget. Impeachment doesn't mean automatic removal. It's a two-step process. The House of Representatives brings the charges. Basically, they're the prosecutors. Then the Senate acts as the jury. Only if 2/3 of senators vote to convict, that official is out. This section was written by the Founding Fathers as a warning that no one in America, not even the president, is above the law. So the next time you hear about impeachment talk or investigations, remember, it's not about politics. It's literally about protecting democracy from corruption at the top. If you think more people need to understand what Article 2, Section 4 really means, hit share, because knowing your Constitution is power. Did you know the Constitution already tells us exactly how to remove a corrupt president from power? Article 2, Section 4 of the U.S. Constitution. It's short, but it's one of the most powerful sentences in American history. It says...
We got to get him out of office, y'all. He's destroying this country. Earlier in my life, I allowed y'all to listen to an elderly Caucasian woman. I think I'm going to play that again because America needs to really understand what this man is doing to this country. And it's sad but true. Hold on.
I know I look like crap this morning, and I apologize. My name is Angel. I live in Columbia, Missouri. I woke up watching news and finding out we are going to give Argentina a $20 billion bailout.
Actually, $40 billion.
While we can't even have health care in this country. And we're falling apart. And our beautiful freaking orange wannabe God seems to think he needs a Nobel Peace Prize, which I don't understand because he's tearing our country apart. I'm really not crazy. I really never knew this. I am 60 years old. And for the first time in my life, I am scared to death to live in this country. I want to take my family and leave, but I can't afford passports, imagine. But anyway, please, if you agree with me, call your senators, protest, do whatever you can. But I don't understand why we're giving another country $20 billion when so many people are on the verge of losing health care, so many rural hospitals are on the verge of closing. When this ACA or whatever they want to call it, Obamacare ends, everybody's premiums are shooting up. Not just the poor people you think are on Obamacare, but everybody's, because the whole system's going to have to absorb this. The system's going to have to absorb people they can't afford it and have to go to the emergency room for treatment, and that's all they can get. So we're going to let our people just lay here and die because they can't get health care, but we're going to bail out other countries? I don't understand.
Well, that's what Trump's doing, baby.
If you agree with me and you think something needs to be done, just call your senators and tell them, please. Thank you for listening to my whiny post.
Well, honey, I hate it for her, and I hate that this queen is going through that. But that's what Donnie's doing to America. Yeah, he gave Argentina billions of dollars. Israel, billions of dollars. While we in America, suffering. Suffering. One moment, please. Just a moment. Just a moment, everybody. I'm trying to find a spot where I stopped earlier. Bear with me because I can't find the exact spot.
Body language, his swaying, and his fast talk.
Kash Patel, pay attention. This is about Kash Patel.
I'm going to show you a clip. A reporter asked Kash Patel if there was any more information regarding the CK. Just watch this. Just watch this.
Thank you. And then Director Patel, there's been so many conspiracy theories swirling around about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Do you have any updates for us, especially in light of all the online content that everyone's been watching?
The only thing we deal with at the FBI and the Department of Justice is facts. And we delivered in record speed a manhunt to capture Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin in 33 hours. And if you put that in perspective,
he's nervous.
Or the Boston bomber, they took them 5 days and a police officer lost their life in their manhunt. We are running out absolutely every single
It's like
week,
reading a
and the
script.
best thing we can do to honor my friend Charlie Kirk's life is to make sure that everyone involved is prosecuted to the full extent of the law. And that's what we're focused on, investigating the facts, not trading in conspiracy theories. Okay?
Number one, that was rehearsed in case someone asked that question. And number two, where are my body language experts? Because that was fear and paranoia all mixed up in one. His body language.
His body language told me a lot. He kept moving around. Donald Trump standing there looking at him. Why are they scared of Donald Trump? He don't scare me, and I'm a woman. A small woman, not scared of Donald Trump. But these men are scared of Donald Trump. Jasmine Crockett is not scared of Donald Trump. The redhead Caucasian queen, what's her name? Not scared of Donald Trump. Hakeem Jeffries, I think he's scared of Donald Trump, yeah. I don't know what's going on with these men. Kash Patel, you are a brown man. What is wrong with you? Hakeem Jeffries, you're a black man. What the F is wrong with you? Being scared of Donald Trump.
Israeli
Chinese have effectively taken over American media. Bari Weiss is the owner of the Free Press, which she just recently sold to CBS News for $150 million. Not a small amount of money. Plus, she gets elevated to editor-in-chief of CBS News. This is David Ellison. This is the son of Larry Ellison. He is the CEO of Paramount. She is actually going to be reporting directly to David Ellison, bypassing traditional network leadership structure. David Ellison, the son of Larry Ellison, the largest single donor to the IDF, and he is the largest shareholder in TikTok. Larry Ellison and family own Paramount Skydance, a massive corporation which holds these brands. Look at all these brands that are under the Paramount Skydance banner, and the Ellison family owns now all of these brands. They control CBS, including CBS News, MTV, Nickelodeon, BET, Miramax. The list goes on. Now, you might not remember Bari Weiss. She called Tulsi Gabbard a toady, saying that she was an Assad apologist. Bari Weiss is extremely pro-Israel. Obviously, the Israelis hated Assad. They really wanted to topple Assad. Calls her a toady. Doesn't even know what a toady is. She's an Assad toady.
What does that mean?
She is
What's a toady?
I think that I used that word correctly. Jamie, can you check what toady means? This wasn't a well-deserved promotion to editor-in-chief of CBS News. She's a Netanyahu toady. To use her own words, she's a Netanyahu toady. Now she's running CBS News, and it gets worse. You thought this was bad enough. It actually gets worse. Let's talk about Warner Brothers Discovery. These are all the brands under the Warner Brothers Discovery brand. You've got, of course, Warner Brothers, TNT, Food Network, HBO, TBS, TLC,
Hit the like button,
HBO
please.
Max, HGTV, Discovery Channel, Animal Planet, New Line Cinema. Well, guess who's about to buy it? The Ellisons. How is this even allowed? How are they allowed to acquire practically all
They are
of American
monopolizing
media and
American
social media
businesses.
and run it under their Israeli thumbs? How is this even allowed? They already control too much, and they're not loyal to America. It is shameful. It is treasonous. We cannot allow them to control an ounce more.
America is run by Israel. Israel took the name from Jacob, who Jesus named Israel. God, Jacob, Jesus, whatever you want to call it. America. Americans. Donald Trump has sold our country, in my opinion. He pimped it out. But the worst pimping out he ever done was what he done in the White House. Do you not see all that tacky plated gold all in the Oval Office?
Man, what's up with America's relationship with Israel? Trust me, that's not a road you want to go down. I mean, I always thought it was just foreign aid. You know, allies helping allies. But it seems like it's much more. Yeah, it's way deeper than that. Ever since World War II, the U.S. has sent Israel over $260 billion. And every year, like clockwork, another $3.8 billion goes out. Meanwhile, we can't afford rent, groceries, or health care. And our politicians are cool with this? Yeah, because both parties depend on AIPAC, pro-Israel lobbying. Last cycle alone, they pumped over $30 million into campaigns. Speaking against them is literally political suicide. So politicians fear AIPAC more than their own voters. Yeah, pretty much. And it's not just politicians. You got groups like Christians United for Israel, led by John Hagee, mobilizing millions of Christian Zionists to pressure Congress. But why? Because they believe Israel's survival fulfills biblical prophecy. So America's foreign policy is shaped by religion, money, and power. And when anyone tries to question it, the Anti-Defamation League steps in, making sure criticism of Israel gets blurred with anti-Semitism. But wasn't Israel created after the Holocaust to give the Jewish people a safe place? That's part of it, but the push for a Jewish homeland started way earlier in the late 1800s with Theodor Herzl and the Zionist movement. During World War I, the British issued the Balfour Declaration promising a national home in Palestine, not out of kindness, but because controlling that land meant controlling the Middle East. So it wasn't about faith, it was about colonization. You have to remember, Zionism is a political ideology. Judaism is religion.
Hit the like button,
Things, but they
please.
got blurred together, and now criticizing Israel's policies is like an attack on Judaism, and it's not. Well, that makes sense. But what doesn't make sense is, who really controls America? Obviously not us. We just get the illusion of choice with what puppet gets to smile at us for the next 4 years. They're all being controlled. Hey man, what's up with America?
Okay. Donnie Boy is just a puppet of Benjamin, not, what's his name, bitch? Y'all know I'm talking about. BB, that's what they call him. Bibi is the puppet master and Donald Trump is the puppet. And long as Donnie Boy is getting some money out of something, besides he's sending our money, the taxpayers' money, to other countries, Donnie don't care about America. Donnie only got in that Oval Office to stay out of what? Prison, MAGA. Prison. He didn't go in the Oval Office to help the American people. He didn't go in the Oval Office to help you, MAGA. The Snaggletooth Bandits? No, he didn't go in the Oval Office to help you. Trailer Park Trash? He did not go in the Oval Office to help you. He went in there to stay out of prison. He doesn't care that we could have a food shortage. He doesn't care that we can barely buy groceries. He doesn't care we can barely pay mortgages and rent. Donald Trump doesn't care. Him and his goonies, his friends, his billionaire friends are buying up all the properties, the rentals, the houses. And that's why the younger people can't buy houses right now. No. They are monopolizing America while the American people pay the bill. Our tax dollars, Israel is living it up. Our tax dollars, Argentina is living it up. We're being shitted on, America. I hate to give it to you so blunt and rude and nasty, but Donald Trump and his goonies, they nasty. They're on the Epstein list. You sure you be used to those kind of words? Yeah. So Magic Mike Grinder is lying to the American people again.
Arizona Attorney General sent your office a letter asking that Grijalva be seated. Do you have any plans to respond to her? Do you feel you're on good legal standing?
It is no surprise that yet another Democrat politician from Arizona is trying a publicity stunt. I've explained this 1,000 times.
He lies so much.
Grijalva, as soon as we get back to legislative session. So my advice to all the Democrats in Arizona is to tell their two senators, Kelly and Grijalva and Gallegos, to do their job.
Thank you. I'm going to read it in one moment, okay?
Okay, first of all, you Pedo Protector, Speaker Johnson, it's Gallego. Not
Gallego.
Or Gallegos, it's Gallego. Number two, for this last year, you have sworn in multiple Republicans while you guys were in session. And you finally landed on this excuse, because your first excuse was, well, I got to wait for the certification to happen. Then your excuse was, well, I did it for other people because their family was in town. Well, how about her family time? You still didn't do it. Then your last excuse is that she deserves a pomp and circumstance, and that still didn't work because Grijalva just wants to get sworn in and take care of her people. Fact is, you're a pedophile protector. You're protecting the pedophiles on the Epstein list. There's just no denying that. And, your idea that somehow us trying to make sure that 24 million Americans do not have their insurance rates premiums doubled is stopping you from doing your job is just pathetic bullshit. Again, Gallego, learn it.
The Arizona Attorney General...
Mike Johnson, he said Gallego. He didn't say black eggplant that you be on the Grindr app looking for, allegedly. He said Gallego. He didn't say Grinder. I know they both got G's. You get confused because you low IQ. Mediocre white man. Gallego, not Grindr app. So Trump is a traitor, in my opinion. But before we go to there, I'm going to read my super chat. It says, Michael says, America or bust. America first. You need to ask Donald Trump, is it America or bust? Which one do Donald Trump put first? America or Israel? Israel. Which one do Donald Trump put first? America or Argentina? Argentina. I hope I ain't hurt your feelings. That was not my intentions, dear. Till, if you're in the chat, please do what I said so I can add you back as a moderator. Please. Okay. Trump is a traitor. I'm going to take a drink on that. I love to drink water. That's why I got very nice skin at 52 years old. And healthy hair. Feels so good going down my throat. Ooh, I love water. I love water. I love y'all too.
in the Middle East right now. He's speaking to the Israeli Knesset. I'm just going to play this clip. This is actually quite shocking.
I kept my promise and officially recognized the capital of Israel and moved the American embassy to Jerusalem. Isn't that right, Miriam?
He promised to recognize Jerusalem and to move the embassy to Jerusalem. Promise kept.
Miriam and Sheldon would come into the office. I think they had more trips to the White House than anybody else I can think of. Look at her sitting there so innocently. She got $60 billion in the bank, $6 billion. But they were very responsible for so much, including getting me thinking about.
And this who you voted into the White House.
One of the greatest things to ever happen.
Golan Heights, that was a big gift. He promised Golan Heights. And you recognize.
I'm going to get her in trouble with this, but I actually asked her once. I said, so Miriam, I know you love Israel. What do you love more, the United States or Israel? She refused to answer. That might mean Israel. We love you. Thank you, darling, for being here. That's a great honor. Great honor. She's a wonderful woman.
What? Excuse me? I'm sorry, you are the President of the United States of America. Miriam Adelson is supposedly an American citizen, and he's sitting there as the President of the United States saying that her and her husband visited the White House more than anyone. And when asked who she's loyal to, she refused to answer. And he's cheering that on, he's praising it, saying, we love you, you're so great.
And giving her an award.
You're an
Look.
honor. I mean, are you kidding me? This is what Americans are fed up with. This is over the top. This is too much. This is treason. The President of the United States
is definitely
is
treason, in my opinion.
in the White House more often than anyone else. People advocating for the benefit of a foreign country. He allowed traitors into the White House over and over and over again, knowing that this is the way they are, saying that they're responsible for the Golan Heights, that they're responsible for him moving the embassy to Jerusalem. He's admitting that they are influencing American foreign policy. Traitors in the White House.
Traitors in the White House.
That makes him a traitor.
And that's grounds to impeach. Huh. We got to get him out of there. We got to. He got to go. I don't care how that hoe go. He got to go for a ho 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 and a Merry Christmas. He got to go.
Hello, I'm Ted Pike, and this is my wife, Lynn. Today, a foreign government, Israel, operates the most powerful lobby in Congress. This is AIPAC, the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. Through control of Congress, Israel demands and gets nearly $5 billion annually. No elected official dares criticize Israel for fear the Jewish lobby will accuse him of anti-Semitism, the kiss of death for any politician. The president also knows what Israel wants, Israel gets. To act otherwise is political suicide. The mass media, founded and controlled primarily by Jews, manipulates the spigot of information out of which heartland America drinks. The message of this contaminated source is, if you criticize Israel, you are anti-Semitic. Be safe. Keep your head down, or you are fair game for being knocked off by the Zionist shooting gallery.
As a result, our president and elected officials are slaves to political correctness when it comes to Jews and Israel. They cannot seriously criticize Israel, especially as the source of Mideast strife and terrorism. They cannot suggest an end of aid to Israel. They cannot even protest Zionist control of Congress.
Hello, I'm Ted Pike, and this is my...
I want to comment certain things, but I had learned yesterday that I have to hold back a little bit with my tongue on that situation. So I just showed y'all the video, and I can't really speak on it, but I can show you the video. Put what you want in the chat, okay? What you think about it. But just know that Trump has put Israel above America. MAGA text messages got leaked.
I just say, as a former Republican, I am not surprised by these text messages at all. If you haven't heard, a group of leaders in the Republican Party got caught saying the most disgusting things over a group chat, saying that they love Hitler, they're going to put people in gas chambers, calling people racial slurs like monkeys, and that rape is epic. This is exactly the type of language that they use in private and they think is so funny. But now they just feel more emboldened to say it in public and say it in group chats. It's exactly why women don't feel comfortable in the Republican Party anymore and why I wanted to leave. It's become an old boys club. And the defensiveness of Republican politicians over these men is so predictable. Why are they treating these grown men who are in their 20s, 30s, and 40s like children who make mistakes and don't know what they talk about? They know exactly what they're doing. I was a Republican once and I would have never said something along these lines, and I would never say that now. It's inexcusable what they said, and women and minorities are never afforded the same luxury. Grown men are not children and they need to take accountability, and if you don't think so, it's probably because you say the same things in private. Can I just say, as a former Republican, I am not surprised by these text messages at all.
What text messages she's talking about, I'm going to show you, okay? I love y'all. And we go together real bad. Ooh. I'm going to show you the text messages, okay? And I may even read off a little bit of it, okay? One moment. One moment, please. Just a moment. And these came from Political, put them out yesterday. So I'm going to show you. Then I'm going to read off some of them, okay? These are the MAGA Republican men in their 20s and 30s and 40s and probably up. The things they had to say about black and brown people and women. Hit that like button for me. Come on. This comes from Political. And one of them said, I love Hitler. That was in a leaked message exposed by some of the Republicans in their racist chat. Yeah. So it says, everyone that votes no is going to the gas chamber. That's what the Republicans in their chat, they text messages said in the group chat. Then one said, great, I love Hitler. Then another one said, are you going to do whatever it takes? And then another one said, I'll go to the zoo if I wanted to watch monkey play ball. They call black people monkeys. But Donald Trump is a big gorilla, and that's okay. I said it again. Donald Trump is a big gorilla, and that's okay. Okay, this is what Peter said, the white man Peter. He said, great, I love Hitler. Peter said, everybody that votes no is going to be put in the gas chamber. Another white guy, Joe Magellano, whatever his name is, can we fix the showers? Gas chambers don't fit the Hitler aesthetics. He also said, boom, they're DEAD. The minds of the mediocre white men. Again, the minds of the mediocre white men. I told y'all MAGA is a terror group. They're a group of terrorists. They're dangerous. Donald Trump is dangerous, in my opinion. Another MAGA Republican, Alex, says, Trump's too busy burning the Epstein files. Oh, he said Trump's too busy burning the Epstein files. Okay. William Hendricks, a big boy. Woo, big like Trump. He said N-I-G-G-A. And he said again, N-I-G-G-A. Then he put N-I-G-G-U-H. Oh, y'all so humorous, white boys. But you're so mediocre and you got a little bitty thing in your pants. Your wife cheating on you with a Mexican and a black man. Definitely with the black man, because he got the bigger thing in the pants. He got an eggplant. You know what an eggplant look like, little boy? Say a little mediocre white boy. Then one of them said, Samuel Douglas. Ooh, he ain't attractive. Lord, fix his face. And that body, he wide body. He's a silverback. He says she just didn't bathe often. Then Samuel says, you're expecting the Jew to be honest? Oh, Jews, you getting bashed up in here by the MAGA Republicans too. They ain't got nothing good to say about you. Let me read that again. He said, you're expecting the Jew to be honest? So he's calling you a liar, Jewish people. YouTube, Google, owned by Jewish people. You're getting called a liar by the white mediocre man. Yeah. All right, now then Luke Mosiman says, Beaner and Speck. Then he said, I got to go to the zoo if I wanted to watch a monkey play ball. I guess they mad about the Super Bowl, apparently. Are they even mad about our boy that's going to be performing at the Super Bowl? Get over it. My black is beautiful and brown is beautiful. So Bobby Walker says, stay in the closet. F-A-G-G-O-T. Very nasty people. But they all be on the Grindr app looking for gay men with eggplant. How can y'all call somebody a agate when you're a maggot? You're all on Grindr looking for some eggplant from a black man. Mike Johnson, Grindr. Mike Johnson, Grindr. Then got a female, a white Caucasian woman, part of MAGA. MAGA Republican. She says, when do we bring that side out? She mean her racist side. She just want to bring it all out real bad because Donald Trump got them out there real bad. Then she says, I'm ready to watch people burn now. They need to lock that B-I-T-C-H up. Lock that B-I-T-C-H up. Let's get back to the regular part of the program because I'm getting very mad. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. I'm Incredible Hook. One moment. So we're going to listen to some Tucker Carlson because he said he witnessing Zionism. We are, really.
Start to see the Israeli military shooting unarmed people, including children. Does anyone talk about this at night? Like, I can't believe what we're watching.
Yes, and in fact, this contractor, he's walking next to me, and he says clearly,
hit the like button, please.
It shouldn't be this way. We shouldn't be doing this. It didn't have to be this way.
Were there officers aware of the fact that they were shooting kids?
They were all aware. A lot of the IDF that are there that are serving are coming out and saying, like, yes, we were ordered to shoot the children. We were ordered to shoot
their officers.
By their officers, by their units.
Have you ever, you had 12 deployments, so have you ever seen anything like that anywhere else?
I have never experienced, witnessed, been a part of anything that was that uncontrolled, undisciplined, barbaric.
When you start to see the Israeli military.
They are ordered to unalive children. The way they are ordered to unalive black people in America and unalive black children in America. Lynching is still happening in America. Oh, it's still happening. And what does the white cop do? He lies and cover up for his murderer pal. Another MAGA Republican when they decide to lynch black people. It's still happening to this day. But black people, armor yourselves. Armor yourselves with what you need to and with the Lord. So Nancy Pelosi snapped on a journalist. Yeah, she did. Yes, she did. Hold on. And this comes from Don Lemon. Everything I show is fair use. Great for educational purposes, great for research purposes, and great for entertainment. And I always throw a little humor and a little comedy in there, okay? Okay. So what are we doing, chat? We're doing research.
Why did you refuse the National Guard on January 6th?
Shut up. I did not refuse the National Guard. The president didn't send it. Why are you coming here with Republican talking points as if you're a serious journalist?
Why did you refuse the National Guard on January 6th?
Shut up. I did not.
I like that. She told her to shut up. I would have said, shut up and I spit on your grave. I rebuked you, Satan. I would have said, I spit on your grave. You ever seen that movie? I Spit on Your Grave? Oh, I watch every version of that movie. And I love that lady. That's the actress, yeah. I spit on your grave. That's what Nancy Pelosi should have said. That bitch would have ran like a MF'er. I spit on your grave. You better go watch them movies. I watch every last one of them. And I love that actress. Get thee away, Satan. I'm talking about you, America. Get thee away. Take a listen, but with this right here, take that, Trump. Yeah, take that.
About President Trump, and he may be watching right now. And I just want to speak directly to the president. No, your eyes are not deceiving you. That was Zoran Mamdani, candidate for mayor of New York, on Fox News of all places, his first appearance on Fox. And when Mamdani was on Fox, he took the opportunity to address Donald Trump directly. And I think what he said may surprise you. Check it out.
President, that you never worked a day in your life. You worked as an assemblyman, and you've had other positions in the government. But what qualifies you from your life experience to run the largest city in the country?
You know, I want to take this moment because you spoke about President Trump, and he may be watching right now. And I just want to speak directly to the president, which is that I will not be a mayor like Mayor Adams, who will call you to figure out how to stay out of jail. I won't be a disgraced governor like Andrew Cuomo, who will call you to ask how to win this election. I can do those things on my own. I will, however, be a mayor who's ready to speak at any time to lower the cost of living. That's the way that I'm going to lead this city. That's the partnership I want to build, not only with Washington, D.C., but anyone across this country. I think it's important because too often the focus on the needs of working class Americans, working class New Yorkers are put to the side as we talk more and more about the very kinds of corrupt politicians like Andrew Cuomo that delivered us into this kind of crisis. You spoke about President Trump, and he may be watching right now. And I just want to speak directly to the president. No, your eyes are not deceiving you.
He did exactly what we need him to do. Say it to his face. Say it to my face. Donnie, nobody's scared of you. He's going to be our next mayor of New York. I'm excited about it. Yeah. I'm so excited. That's a handsome brown man, too. And you know Donnie like looking at brown and black men. I noticed that about him. His mouth waters when he look at a black and brown man. But he hate us. We don't like you neither, Donnie. Stupid Mike Johnson again.
If you look at the polling, the people's faith in the federal government is at an all-time low. Why?
Michael, the call is coming from inside the house, darling. It's you. You're the problem, you hobgoblin Keebler elf motherfucker. Why do you think we are all so excited for the midterms? We can finally vote you out, take over the House and the Senate, host a mass impeachment, get rid of old
Thank you, Reverend Dr. JC.
and the rest of the evil cabinet crew. Darling, it's you. Take care now.
If you look at
I love her. Whew, I love her because her personality is like mine. It's a ball of fire. The call is coming from in the house. Donnie, the call is coming from in the house. My ancestors at the bottom of your bed every night. That's why Donnie can't sleep, y'all. My ancestor is whooping Donald Trump's ass at night. That's why he can't sleep at night. He's scared to go to sleep, and I love it. When he should be praying to Jesus because he keeps saying he want to go to heaven. But Donnie, God does not hear reprobated mind. He doesn't. He doesn't hear. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling. I spit on your grave. So, let's listen to Candace Owens a moment, but I'm going to read first what the article is about and the video is about. One moment.
Jared Kushner is involved.
Hold on. So it says, amidst the complexities of the Middle East, a striking conversation surrounding Jared Kushner's potential financial gains from Gaza's reconstruction emerges. Key figures like Donald Trump and Benjamin, not whatever his name is, I get it wrong sometimes, enter the spotlight, revealing an intertwined web of business interests and political narratives. This disclosure raises critical questions about transparency and intentions, especially given that plans may have been in motion prior to recent events. The clash between humanitarian needs and profit motives is igniting debate. We all know that Benjamin Netanyahu And Donald Trump is the same person pretty much. They in it for the money. But they use the Lord to manipulate. Donald Trump used our Lord and Savior in Christianity to manipulate MAGA. But he moved our embassy to Israel. Think about that. MAGA. Think about it. One moment. We're going to listen to Candace, and she's going to give it to you real good. Just a moment.
Jared Kushner is involved.
Hit that like button.
Will financially benefit from whatever they build in its place. Again, all of this began before October 7th, right? So we are supposed to believe that this isn't just, well, business as usual. We got done what we needed to get done, and now we can begin phase 2. But we're supposed to thank them. We're supposed to thank the monsters that did this.
She woke up, y'all.
You guys have it in your heart to say thank you? Thank you to Jared Kushner and Donald Trump and Bibi Netanyahu, who are just business partners.
She finally woke up.
Role, convinced that we're all so stupid. I mean, let's roll the clip back from Jared Kushner when he sat down at Harvard, Mossad operation, to speak about their aim. This is February 15th, 2024. Take a listen.
There are real fears on the part of Arabs, and I'm sure you talk to a lot of them, who think once Gazans leave Gaza, Netanyahu's never going to let them back in.
Jared Kushner is involved in, he will financially benefit from whatever they build in its place. Again, all of this began before October 7th, right? So we are supposed to believe that this isn't just, well, business as usual. We got done what we needed to get done, and now we can begin phase 2. But we're supposed to thank them. We're supposed to thank the monsters that did this.
We can't thank the monsters. BB, we don't thank you. You were actually from Poland. As Donnie is a fakester too. He's not what he say he is either. They bloodline is all a lie. BB, Jacob name was changed to Israel. That's what Israel really is. But a group of Europeans decided to go to a land that they didn't own and take over and name it Israel. But your bloodline says totally different, BB. Donald Trump is a fraud too, just like you. That's why y'all can be close friends. But y'all will turn on each other soon. Donnie destroys everybody that gets close to him. So wait your turn. But you may be a lot more evil than the Antichrist Donald Trump, in my opinion. So we just got to sit back and watch and eat our popcorn. Again, if you'd like to donate to my channel, you can send me super chats and super stickers. They are all welcome. Also, in my description is my Venmo and my PayPal link. So if you want to support me, you can send me something through Venmo and PayPal as well. Thank you. Hit that like button for me, please. Come on, hit that like button. You know you want to. One moment, please. Again, Article 2, Executive Branch, Section 4, impeach. The President, Vice President, and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed from office on impeachment for conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. And in my opinion, Donald Trump has done it all. Y'all know he has.
I want to show you something, okay? I'm going to show you something that I think can help you contextualize what's going on around you. This is an international world atlas published by Rand McNally. Here you go. Published in 1941 for the first time, and 1947 most recently. That's what this edition is, okay? I want you to look at these flags and see if you notice an Israeli flag or a Palestinian flag. You won't. Because at the time that this was published, there was no Israel. Look right here. Where's Israel? It didn't exist. It was called Palestine. So we're going to go to page 125. And we're just going to take a look. Okay? Palestine. Now, I want you to look at the names of the towns. They're all in Arabic. If you want an example of what happened to all of these towns after 1948, look up Tantura. It was a fishing village that was depopulated, forcibly, ethnically cleansed, okay? You don't see the West Bank here, do you? Because this is Palestinian territory, all of it. Palestine. And yes, you're going to see Judea here. Because prior to the invention of the so-called State of Israel, Jews, Christians, and Muslims lived in peace in Palestine. I want to show you something, okay?
Why are we sending our money to Israel? Why are we sending our hard-earned tax dollars, billions of dollars to Israel? It's a con, if you ask me.
How do you remove Donald Trump from office and his entire cabinet? Article 2, Section 4 of the Constitution. You know, a lot of people are talking about Article 25. The 25th Amendment only removes the president when the president is unfit. Article 2, Section 4 of the Constitution allows us to not only remove the president, but the vice president, his entire cabinet, federal judges, everyone. Every one of them can be removed with an impeachment and conviction of bribery, treason, with all high crimes and misdemeanors. And how does this work? Well, the House of Representatives are who is responsible for impeachment. That sets the stage so that the Senate can then, who has the power to convict, can then have a trial. And in the Senate, it would take 2/3 vote to convict and remove every one of them from office. How do we all fit in with this? We get on the phones, we contact our representatives, we contact our senators, and we push for all of their removal. We push for the impeachment and conviction of all of them through Article 2, Section 4 of the Constitution. You know, there are a lot of Republicans, not a lot, but there are one by one, these Republicans are starting to see. Marjorie Taylor Greene is coming out every day with something that is going against her party. A lot of these Republicans are against MAGA. They're coming out. Every day we're seeing something. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there are some Democrats who are just as guilty of treason or bribery. You know, I don't think it's just one side, but I think it makes a difference when we make noise the right way. It's just a thought.
Just a thought. It's more than a thought. It is what needs to be done. It is what needs to be done. Let's take a listen to Queen Jasmine Crockett, okay?
Legislative body, you control everything. So if the government shuts down, it's on y'all. Just like the last government shutdowns we had were under this same president. In fact, the longest that we've ever had in the history of this country came at the feet of this president. I don't know why so many people had amnesia when they decided to go out and vote for this again. But we knew we were going to get more chaos and dysfunction. So, no, you in control. Do what you do, big boy. Let's see what happens. And so, you know, I cast my no vote because ain't nobody come at me and ask me what the people in my district need. Right. They didn't ask me what would look good for those in South Dallas. Right. They didn't ask me about that. So, listen, I got people that I serve that are counting on me to do their work and to be their voice and not work for him. I don't work for him. He can't hire me. He can't fire me. The people that elected me in Texas 30 did. So unless you want to have a conversation with me about the priorities for the people in my district, baby, you're not getting this vote. So listen, He can do whatever he wants to do, but this will be on the Republicans. I need people to tune in. When you're in a legislative body, you control everything. So if the government shuts down, it's on y'all.
Everything that's happening bad, the government shut down. Oh, that's on the MAGA Republicans. Although Mike Johnson want to blame the beautiful Democrats. No, you dirty MFer. It's on y'all. Stop the lies, Mike Johnson, and stay off that grinder out. Because alleged, you on there looking for black eggplant. The same thing I like. What's wrong with you, Mike? Does your wife know? No, she don't know. She doesn't know. But her husband like to put big things in his mouth. That's not good, Mike. Why don't you just come out the closet? Donald Trump, why don't you come out too, baby? Come on out. The whole MAGA Republican male party ain't nothing but some freak elites. Stop using the Bible to hide behind who you really are. We don't mind if you gay. Come out the closet. Because being down low, I don't like that. You're nasty.
Week, Vice President jdvance said that, quote, emergency rooms are full of people who don't
Oh,
speak
he
our
DL
language.
too.
So he's not
JD.
just talking about undocumented immigrants. Now he's just talking about people who are just other.
The whole game plan with this administration is othering, right? And it's quite astounding that you do have the president and the vice president, both clearly white men, who are married to immigrants. Like, what? Like, you know, and they're constantly othering. I'm like, so
she's right.
Do this to your children. You know, I mean, Barron obviously gets a little bit of a pass because of how he appears, right? But jdvance, his kids got some melanin.
Yeah, they brown.
I mean, I don't even understand how you can convince yourself to do something that ultimately may be harmful to your own family. Like, that is diabolical.
This week, Vice President jdvance said that
It's demonic. It's demonic. But what do we expect? Donald Trump is the Antichrist, in my opinion. How many more times I got to tell you that? He's a reprobated mind. The entire MAGA Republican Party are reprobated minds.
Hi, this is a message for Speaker Mike Johnson. If you're Speaker Mike Johnson, pay attention. If you're not, feel free to scroll ahead or stay. It's up to you. I'm Adelita Grijalva. I have been waiting for 21 days to get
It is now
sworn in.
22 days.
I'm going to be in D.C. tomorrow. I would like a date. We've called, sent a letter. Let us know when I'm going to get sworn in. Speaker Johnson, you need to do your job so I can do mine.
Hello, Queen Miss Bugs.
Hi, this is a message for Speaker Mike Johnson.
Mike Johnson. He protects the pedos and the other predators. Swear her in. She earned her spot. Can't wait till they release his grinder information. So Mike Johnson was in his office. They went down there to his office. I don't know why he didn't let them in. I don't know if he had an eggplant in his mouth or what. But he wouldn't let them in. So what's the excuse? She went to your office. And you last said that she didn't have her family. He wanted her to have her family and friends there when he swear her in. Well, they were there. It has now been 22 days. Mike Johnson, the man with the little pale ping in his pants, you don't have an eggplant. That's black man. Swear her in. We want the Epstein files.
Apparently, there's a picture out there of Trump that he really doesn't like, because Time magazine put Trump on the cover, but he said it may be the worst photo ever. I'm not going to show it to you yet, because I want you to see what Trump said. He said that they disappeared his hair. If you're looking at this, that doesn't look like disappeared
That's his hair.
You remember this, Trump? You're balding. But then he says there's like a little crown on his head. Now, if you look closely, do you see a crown or just a
Donald Trump is
bullshit eagle?
delusional.
And you guys
AI.
see a magic trick?
That is AI.
Look, an ear with no damage to it. I mean, how do you have a right in the ear and then no damage? I mean, plastic surgery.
Trump. That was an AI in that part, so I'll make sure I put that in the video part. I don't want no problems, but I'll make sure I put that in there because I don't want any problems. So I'm going to show you that magazine cover from that Time magazine did. Donnie, that's what you look like, boy. And that neck, oh, you got a mangina. You got a mangina. So this is Donnie's magazine cover. Look at that neck. Look at that hair. That's you, Donnie. You just ugly, boy. Boy, you just ugly. Your mama didn't do you no justice. No, your daddy. So look at the hair. And look at that badussi on his neck. Donnie, don't blame the cameras, honey. You never been attractive. When people go back and look at your mother Mary and your father Fred and then his daddy too. Woo, Lord. Oh, it's a sight to see. A sight to see. One moment, please. Take a listen.
Can't. I mean, BB's running around. This is a fact. I'm not guessing about this because I talked to people he said it to. Is running around the Middle East, his region, and his own country, and telling people point blank, just stating it, I control the United States. I control Donald Trump. He's saying that. And again, I'm not guessing at all. That's a fact. And I dare them to say that's not true because it is true and they know it's true. So I'm an American. How do you think that makes me feel? Even if I didn't vote for Trump, which I did vote, I campaigned for Trump, but even if it was Joe Biden, I'm an American. You can't treat, it's too humiliating. I can't handle that. And I shouldn't have to put up with that.
Fragile.
This is a country of 9 million people. I'm not saying I'm not even attacking the country. I'm attacking my leaders who are allowing my nation of 350 million people to be forced into doing things that are bad for me and my children because of some other country. Like, that is a violation of the most basic arrangement we have with our leaders, which is represent us, please, at least most of the time, and they're not. And there's an ongoing humiliation ritual designed to make us all crazy, designed to turn us into haters. I'm not gonna give them the satisfaction of becoming what they call me. I'm not a hater, and I'm never gonna become one. But I will never accept this. I shouldn't have to accept it. I have nothing to be ashamed of. I have no unexpressed views. I'm not hiding anything. I say exactly what I think all the time. This is wrong. And if it's not wrong, tell me how it's not wrong. Why don't you stop attacking me and my trying to
Thank
get
you,
family
Queen
members
Miss
fired, which
Bugs.
they never stop doing. Why don't you instead tell me how you disagree with me? But they can't because they don't actually have an argument. There's no way to justify controlling the U.S. government for the purposes of another country's, whatever their plan is, expansion. There's no way to justify that. And so they just scream at you and call you names. And
He's right. Tucker Carlson is right. That mediocre white man is right. He right about you, BB and Donnie. BB, Israel, run America, in my opinion. BB is not even the president of Israel. No. He's the prime minister, if I'm not mistaken. He actually had a social security number here in America. We heard Candace talk about, do we need to go back to Candace when she talked about BB having a social security number here? I don't understand that. So what is he? Is he Israeli or is he American? Can one explain that? Can somebody explain that about BB? Please. How did he have a social security number in America? I gotta find that Candace Owen video again. Let me see if this is the video. It may be.
Article was published in October of 1996. It's amazing that to find any of this information, we basically have to go back to the 90s. Now the press is so controlled in America. It's ironic and hilarious that we think that we have a free press in America. So this was published, by the way, in the Washington Report on Middle Eastern Affairs entitled Spook terrorist, or criminal. America's mysterious files on Netanyahu. So I'm going to read you the relevant portion that blew my mind here. It says Netanyahu has lived both in Israel and the United States. He held dual citizenship, which enabled him to travel freely between both countries. Like every U.S. citizen, Netanyahu has a social security number, a credit account, and numerous other files in a variety of government offices. Okay. Nevertheless, Netanyahu's files differ from those of most U.S. citizens. The Israeli weekly publication entitled Hayir, that is a publication that is weekly out of Tel Aviv, reports that 4 requests for credit approval appear in the U.S. Social Security file number, and they give the number of his Social Security. Under each request, one finds a different name: Benjamin Netanyahu, Benjamin Netai, John J. Sullivan, and John J. Sullivan Jr. One man, 4 names. Benjamin Netanyahu is the name Israel's current prime minister now uses. In June of 1973, during his studies at MIT, Netanyahu submitted a petition to the Boston court asking to change his name from Netanyahu to Netai. The petition was approved. Thus, the second name has an explanation. The last 2 names, however, remain a mystery. Furthermore, the address attached to these names, somewhere in Malibu, California, does not exist. Who then is John J. Sullivan? They looked into Netanyahu's credit account. The file is supposed to hold information regarding bank accounts, loans, credit cards, and so forth. Yet surprisingly, the file was empty. Netanyahu's Social Security file. Netanyahu's file has a different classification than most. They were denied access not merely due to the 1974 Privacy Act, but because the file had a quote-unquote confidential classification.
Hit the like button.
Only applies to 5 categories of people: those who work for one of 3 federal agencies, the FBI, the CIA, the IRS, or those who are considered to be terrorists or criminals. Since it's unlikely that Netanyahu fits the latter 2 categories, or that he worked for the IRS, it appears that he was on the payroll of a secret agency, the CIA or the FBI. This article was published in October.
Netanyahu says that Israel runs America. Netanyahu said that he runs Donald Trump. And I believe it. Donnie like to pretend he's a strong man, but he's been ran and run by other men. Not just Netanyahu, but Putin as well. They got their little ping so far up and done it. He's hopping around on those cankles, thinking he the man, strong man. No, Donnie, that makes you a wussy in a P-U-S-S-Y. You said you like to grab him by what? You like to grab him by the pussy. Oh, boy. Y'all, I will see y'all tomorrow. This was my second live, and it's been great. I got to get some sleep. I got to get my beauty rest so I won't age. I'm 52 with no wrinkles. I want to stay looking good, and I drink plenty of water. Water from a crystal lead glass, sometimes it helps you out. Get you some water. You ain't got to drink it from a crystal glass, baby. No. But I like to drink out of a crystal glass. Join me tomorrow in my castle. Good night.